Jimmy. Square power. 72. In the bag.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the Boston Championship. We're here at TPC Boston in Massachusetts. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the action. And Frank, how does this course set up for the golfers out here today?
Well, Gil Hands and Brad Faxon, they did a lot of changes a few years back to sort of open up some of the driving areas. Consequently, you see there's a little bit more of a reward for the longer hitters. Fairways aren't really as gives you a big advantage at TPC Boston.
This is host of the Deutsche Bank Championship. That's a tournament that is part of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Frank, at 298 yards, the fourth is reachable for just about every professional. What might scare them off?
Well, that bunker on the left, that's really actually a chance to showcase your skills. And that's where you realize how much better professional golfers are. A good bunker play, especially on a hole like 4, and then you will get well rewarded.
This is a great place for a fan to watch, isn't it?
It is. You see so many different short shots around this green. The bunker shots from the left side, if you hit it over the back on the right, the little bump and run through the little valley in the green. Fun hole to watch.
Perfectly placed tee shot will set up an eagle opportunity, but then you see quite a few bogeys made here as well.
Yeah, if you stray a little bit, leave the ball too far short, then you have to play that pitch across the bunker. That's no fun.
This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You've just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
How good was that from the rough?
Oh, it's amazing. It's a master class in short game.
Getting set now over the putt. Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. If you're just joining us, let's take you out to our featured golfer at the 5th. Early in the round and playing reasonably well. Nothing great, but has certainly not given a whole lot away.
Yeah, and actually a good position to really springboard the round from here. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Can the ball explode?
That is big. I mean, really big. That's a good spot right there.
Sent up.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now we'll have to rely on the short game.
But the short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Birdie now at the 6th. It is a tricky 465-yard par 4.
Yeah, hit it through the chute. Water comes into play a little bit down the left if you're a long hitter. I'm loving that balance.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second shot, good look at the green.
solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor.
And with that birdie, into the top 25 on the leaderboard. Seventh hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 600 yards. What's the way to play it?
Just tee it up and hit it as hard as you can. Get this one on the fairway here, then you've got no problem carrying that huge cross bunker with your second shot. This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that tip stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Generate some momentum here at the seventh hole. Is for birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there.
Smart.
Frank looking at the eighth, par 3 of 213 yards, obviously short, is trouble.
Yeah, that's where it's narrow. Ideally, you want to fly that ball more, sort of at least 10 or 12 yards onto this green, where it starts to widen up.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
No problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. It's a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance. That one again.
That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a two-putt, well done.
Holding steady now at 2 under par. Well, that about wraps things up for us here today. I'd like to thank my partner, Frank Nobilo. Enjoyed it, Frank.
Certainly did, Rich. Once again, the golf course provided more than a stern test.
And for the entire team, I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Boston Championship. Always nice to be in New England at this time of year at the TPC Boston in Massachusetts. We're about 25 miles south of Beantown. This is a really good-looking golf course, Frank.
It is. It looks much older than what it is. It was first established just at the start of the new millennium, originally designed by Arnold Palmer. But it got that older look from Gil Hanse and Brad Faxon. But also, too, you know, if you're racking up a few points out there, or score, should I say, remember Gillette Stadium, home of the Patriots, just down the road. Where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Missed the fairway. Now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Bit surprising, misses the green in regulation here at the par 5.
Yeah, you'd think this is one of the easier holes on the golf course. So now just trying to avoid 6.
Frankie well off the pace, but the true professionals, they keep digging, trying to get better. All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left, that one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one, really, fairway first.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
215. Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson. They all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seviesque.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Frank, how much does that birdie help the cause?
It doesn't look like much right now, Rich, just sneaking inside the top 20. But at the end of the day, that might be the one that turned the tide.
170 yards. Well, this is the kind of strong wind that will really test a player. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. This one measures out to 15 feet. A little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold, very bold.
Settles in over the putt. That is a solid par putt right there. Frank almost at the house, but still some work to do. 412-yard par 417.
Yeah, just poke something down that right side. Really, it's the second shot. You've got to worry about that big mound in the middle of the green.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpet.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for 11.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Pretty good shot. That ball settles in about 13 feet away.
You'd like to think unlucky for some, but birdie putt coming up.
Now a chance for a birdie. So into the top 15 on the leaderboard with that birdie. A few more, and who knows, maybe top 10 or top 5. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston has generated a lot of buzz through the years, hasn't it?
It has, and those changes have just made this finishing hole so much better. The fact that they've narrowed up the front of the green, they've made that left side more severe. Now you can't bail out on the left. If you do, it's an awful little pitch or even a putt up the hill.
The addition of that hot bunker, Frank, how has that changed the hole?
Well, if you stray off the tee or find one of those bunkers with your tee shot, you really have to be aware of exactly the distance that little pot bunker is away. Because if you just sort of whack it out of the bunker and lay it up there, you find the next bunker, then you're in trouble.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Oh, I thought he had that. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Good work right there. He'll settle for par.
Not a
Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.
No win there. Maybe next time. Alright, people, please like this video. If you can, subscribe. And turn your notifications on to let y'all know when I go live on here. This is basically what I'm gonna do from here. Can only video through my PS4. But if y'all want to see more of these videos, just like this one, and I'll post some more. Thank you.